So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, one of Warmington-on-Sea's most distinguished citizens, a man of many parts, banker, soldier, magistrate, alderman, and secretary of the Rotary Club. A good fellow all round. Ladies and gentlemen, Alderman George Mannering.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Town Clerk, ladies and gentlemen. When I was first invited to be a guest of honor tonight at the launching of Warmington-on-Sea's I'm Backing Britain campaign, I accepted without hesitation. After all, I have always backed Britain. I got into the habit of it in 1940. But then we all backed Britain. It was the darkest hour in our history. The odds were absurdly against us, but young and old, we stood there, defiant, determined to survive, to recover, and finally, to win. The news was desperate, but our spirits were always high.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are the boys who will stop your Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
The massive Nazi war machine is pushing its way across Europe, laying waste neutral countries with a savagery unmatched in history. When Hitler comes up against British troops, it's a different story. They fight him every inch of the way, giving as good as they get. It's a tough battle, but is Tommy Atkins downhearted? We'll say he's not. Why should he be with a leader like this? To make Tommy's task more difficult, a new menace has been added to an already brutal struggle. Hordes of parachutists descend from the skies, trained to sabotage lines of communication. And who knows, even our own shores may not long be spared this, the latest of Hitler's tricks. We all have our part to play, and every effort is being made to confuse the enemy. Every day our defenses are strengthened, and if they do come, let's give them a sharp look.
Going home, are they?
Sir?
Well done, Pike. Oh, by Jove, these things are heavy.
Oh, that's the sand being wet, sir. If you waited for the tide to go out, it'd have been twice as easy.
Well, never mind, Pike. They'll keep out the German bullets, that's the point. Don't take so long over the next one.
Well, that's not my fault, sir. I spent 10 minutes picking the shrimps out of that lot.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. On there, please.
Well, that's a reasonable field of fire, I suppose. It covers most of the high streets.
Oh, yes. Yes, I think we can quite happily say that Jerry's parachutists will be as dead as mutton from Stetton Simpson's to Timothy White's. We'll get a clear run down to the Pier Pavilion if that blasted woman to get out of the telephone box.
That'll be Mrs. Hoskins calling her sister in Thetford. She'll only be 3 minutes, sir.
Well, let's hope that Hitler stays his hand till Mrs. Hoskins gets the pips.
Let's hope he waits until we get a machine gun.
It's the last one, sir.
What do you mean the last one? They're nowhere near high enough.
Oh, well, there's no more sand, sir.
No more sand? Nonsense, there's a beach full of it down there.
Oh, well, the tide's in. The war's up to here. But right over my mum's Wellington's getting that last one. She's not on about it.
Pike, the dampness of your mum's Wellingtons is of very little consequence when the whole of Europe is writhing under the Nazi heel.
No, my mum won't see it like that, will she?
Well, sir, I suppose we could get some more sand at low tide.
Time is not on our side, Wilson.
Ah.
We must improvise. Tell me, how much copper have we got?
Copper?
Yes, copper, pennies.
Well, I suppose about 10 5-pound bags.
Don't get 'em, Pike. Lay 'em out along here.
Yes, sir. I don't think we ought to do that, you know, sir.
Why not?
Well, it'll cause a penny shortage in the town.
Well?
Well, it'll be very inconvenient, sir.
Very well, don't they know there's a war on?
I don't think head office is going to like this at all,
Oh,
sir.
Wilson, this is no time for red tape. At any moment, hordes of German parachutists may drop on us from the skies. Well, they'll be using all sorts of disguises, you know.
Hmm?
A whole platoon of them could come dressed as nuns, set up their headquarters in that church across the road, and you'd never notice.
Well, I think I would, sir. You see, that happens to be the Methodist chapel.
2 bags, sir.
Ah, well done, Pike. Well done.
The cashier says, will you sign for him as though you're putting him in the vault, or shall we open an account in your name and give you an overdraft?
I'll talk to him later. See you, that is, Wilson.
Yes, of course.
Sad not to be disturbed.
Yes.
Now, here, Pike. Take this paper, lick it, and stick it in crosses on the windows.
It's an Army dispatch rider from GHQ Eastern Command, sir, and he's got a packet.
Oh, poor devil. What was it, a sniper?
For you, sir.
Oh, this is the moment I've been waiting for. Whipped them to the post, did I? A few weeks ago, I sent a letter to GHQ asking for instructions in case of an invasion. I told them that I held a commission and that I'd served in the last conflict.
Somewhere in the Orkneys, wasn't it, sir?
I was a commissioned officer, Wilson, and I served in France during the whole of 1919.
Yes, but war ended in 1918, I thought, sir.
Well, somebody had to clear up the mess.
Oh, yes, of course.
Where were you during the war?
Mons, Gallipoli, Passchendaele. I was a sergeant in the RS.
Never mind that now. Yes, sir. In view of the grave danger of enemy parachutists landing in the home counties, it has been decided to form a force of local volunteers to guard certain strategic points. This force will be known as the Local Defence Volunteers. Yes, Miss King?
It's Anthony Eden, sir.
In person?
On the wireless. They say it's very important.
We want large numbers of such men in Great Britain who are British subjects between the ages of 17 and 65. 17 and 65. The name of the new force will be the Local Defence Volunteer. This name describes its duties in 3 words. Here then is the opportunity for which so many of you have been waiting. Your loyal help will make and keep our country safe.
Right. Let's go to it. Right, back to work, Miss King. Now, the first thing we've got to do is set up an invasion committee.
Yes.
Pike,
Yes, sir?
whatever's the matter, boy?
I feel sick, sir, slicking all this paper.
Now listen to me. We 3 are the invasion committee. Now the first thing to do is to appoint a properly appointed commander.
A what, sir?
Appoint a properly appointed commander. That's me. All right?
All right.
You will be my second in
Oh,
command.
thank you very much indeed, sir. Thank you.
What next? Ah, yes. Means of conveying instructions and information to the public. An information officer will be appointed. Pike, that'll be you. The information officer will be supplied with a megaphone.
Oh.
Ah! Hold that, Wilson.
Yes, of course. All right, like that.
Yeah. You'll find that in times like these, improvisation is the keynote to success.
Well done, sir.
There's your megaphone, lad. Now, your first job is to jump on your bicycle and go round the town delivering this message. All local defence volunteers to report to the church hall at 6 o'clock tonight. Try that.
All defence.
Oh, come here, let me show you. All local defence volunteers to report to the church hall at 6 o'clock tonight.
I don't know how you do it.
Well, history repeats itself, Wilson. Times of peril always bring great men to the fore. Wellington, Churchill,
Al Jolson.
Al
girl wants him home on leave.
The meeting was called for 6 o'clock. It's 20 past. Where is he?
I could have had time for a round of golf. Do you know that? I've just bought a new...
Excuse me. One moment. Do you mind getting back? We're waiting for the appointed commander.
I am the appointed commander.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you are, sir. Tell me, did you get the enrollment forms?
No.
Well, hadn't they got any at the police station?
They wouldn't let me have them without putting in an application form.
Well, then why didn't you, sir?
They hadn't got any.
Oh, I see.
I got those, however.
But look here, these are paying in forms.
Oh,
sir.
don't keep putting obstacles in the way, Wilson. Get the first man.
All right, hello, sir. Right, sir. Would you mind stepping this way, please?
Wilson.
Well, come here. What's it?
I intend to mold those men out there into an aggressive fighting unit. I'm going to lead them, command them, inspire them to be ruthless killers. And I'm not going to get very far if you're going to invite them to step this way, am I? Quick march is the order.
I'm very sorry, sir. All right, quick march!
Not much point. I'm here already.
Name?
James Fraser.
Occupation?
I keep a philatelist shop.
How do you spell that?
S-H-O-P.
Thank you very much. I imagine you've not had any previous army experience?
No, none at all.
No, we can usually tell, can't we, Sergeant?
Yes, we can, sir.
Once a soldier, always a soldier.
Yes, of course.
I'm a sailor. Chief Petty Officer, Royal Navy. Retired.
Sign there.
Are you swearing?
I never said a word.
You army type. Aren't you swearing an oath of allegiance?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course we are. We're going to do that later. Wait outside.
Come, boys brigade, man.
Have to watch that man, Wilson.
Yes, sir, yes.
Balls you lot, these jack towels.
Yes, I quite agree with you.
Next man.
Right. All right, next man, please. All right, quick march. Yeah. All right. Halt.
How do you do?
Howdy. Name?
Godfrey. Charles Godfrey.
Occupation?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm retired, but I was 25 years in the civil service.
Oh, really? Indian or British?
Civil service stores.
Any previous military experience?
Well, I was several years in the sports department. Of course, that meant archery and air guns.
Yeah. Well, no doubt your knowledge in specialist fields will be of great use to us. Would you sign that, would you?
Oh, I'd love to. Is that all?
For the moment.
Don't I get a receipt or something?
This is a fighting unit, not a dry cleaner's.
Do that, would you, please? I'm sorry. Right turn. Quick march. And just veer round to the right.
Evening, gents.
Name?
My card.
Joe Walker, wholesale supplier. I suppose you won't be with us very long. You'll be called up any day, I should think.
Oh, no, Gov, no. I'm, what's his name? Reserved occupation.
How do you make that out?
Well, I'm an wholesale supplier, aren't I? I mean, I supply essential supplies.
Any previous military experience?
I've got a girlfriend in the ATS. Yeah, all right. Oh, by the way, anytime you gents require anything, you know what I mean, just give us a tip, you know what I mean.
Thank you very much, yes. We'll bear it in mind.
Right turn. Quick march.
Pardon?
Right turn. Quick march.
Well, you might wait for the ink to dry.
Right. Oh, stand out. Ace. Evening, Mr. Manring. Evening, Mr. Wilson. You know me, don't you, sir?
Right. Yes, Mr. Jones, the butcher, from the High Street, isn't it?
That's right, sir.
Don't you think Mr. Jones is perhaps a little bit too old, sir?
Old? Who are you calling old?
Oh, no.
You give me a chance to get to those Jerry parachutists, I'll soon sort